So Ugo, we're now going to hear from you. Tell us about your initiative and how it's changing things on the ground.
It's a pleasure to follow such fantastic speakers and collaborators as well who I've worked with over the years. I'm a co-president of my Columbia Impact Fund. And I won't bother you guys with the numbers because I think we've spent a lot of time thinking about how much the energy transition is going to cost. We throw this concept of blended finance around all of the time. I think what I've been spending a lot of my time doing is thinking of the role of venture capital in this energy transition, especially as it relates to Africa. Obviously, solar and wind are very advanced, probably not a space I want to play in, but we know how difficult it's going to be. There are a lot of nascent technologies that we need to scale up. Hydrogen is one of them. We need to do a lot more around energy storage. Biofuels is an interesting one. On the one hand, people think it conflicts with food security, but there's a lot of young Africans who are thinking about other biofuels that we can actually leverage. And so, like I said, spent a lot of my time thinking about the unique role venture capital has to play, not just in identifying the young people who are trying to innovate and who in many ways are innovating with support from partners like Student Energy, but how our capital can be best used, right? There's a lot of philanthropy organizations around the room. We believe we come after that and hopefully get to a point where larger ticket sizes can be written. But I think I'll just emphasize one thing that has been mentioned already, which is we ourselves as young Africans are leading a lot of these innovations ourselves. If my experience has taught me anything is, I think the best thing we can get from the West is knowledge exchange, but ultimately our challenges are so unique that we actually need people on ground who really understand the system, who understand the challenges to develop the solutions. And hopefully, we're going to continue to see a strong pipeline of these young innovators that hopefully we can put our capital towards, because ultimately, we're not just worried about the future, we're worried about the now.
Yeah.
So we're thinking a lot about the solutions that we need to start developing now, knowing that they have a role to play in the energy transition in the future. And so, trust young people, like she said. There's a lot of us doing a lot of different interesting things. People like myself who believe we know where the capital should be best deployed because these are our homes. We also have a sense of how our capital can be best used across the entire capital stack. People like Shakti as well who are leading a lot on policy. And yeah, trust young people. Not just give us a seat at the table or give us space to speak at these events, but actually give us money because we know where it should be spent as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. A round of applause, please, for our young people, not just thinking about the solutions, but actually putting those solutions on the table. Thank you so much. A round of applause for our 3 youth voices.